Hello, I am Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into how blockchain is reshaping the marketing strategies for both Web2 companies and Web3 marketing companies as well. See, one of the main goal in Web3 is how users are interacting with various platforms. In the Web2 world, it's a one-way interaction. For example, if you are interested in playing a game or joining a website, you use your user ID and password, create a new user ID and password and register, and you start using the system. If it is free, you can start reading or using the platform. If you need to pay, then you use a credit card to complete the transaction. And once your credit card has been authorized, they will let you to use that platform for whatever purpose you have. So it's mostly a one-way interaction. Even though you can collect user data, marketing agencies in the Web2 world can collect user data, but they cannot do whole lot about that. And also there are a lot of rules and regulations that is there in various countries and various parts of the world that prohibits anonymous user data collection. You need to get the consent from the user before you can collect data about the user, and also you need to let them know what exactly you are going to do with the data. So all this creates a centralized platform. For example, if you are using a Facebook or X or LinkedIn or any other platform, all the data they collect, the companies, they use based on whatever the agreement you signed before registering with the systems. They cannot share the data. Say you have a X platform, you have been using it and you have a million followers. If you decide to leave, you cannot take the million followers. You have to let go. And all the comments you posted and all the likes you got, all those things are all owned stays within the X platform. But in the Web3 world, that's not the case. In the decentralized world, the data is not owned by a single entity or a single company. If you are not interested in using the decentralized platform, you can move to another decentralized platform, and all the your users, your likes, your post and everything, you can take away and go to the new platform. So that is the goal in the Web3 world. So the marketing agencies needs to understand these so that they can adapt and they can thrive in the Web3 world. So what is Web3? Uh, as I explained earlier, in the Web3, all your data and everything is stored in a decentralized application called blockchain. It's a distributed ledger, if you will. Basically, anything you purchase, anything you transact, all those data will be stored there. Anybody can go and view the data, but you cannot identify the physical user who purchased. For example, if you purchase a NFT token, uh, then those transactional data, your public address, your wallet address, and what exactly you purchased and how much price you paid, all those things will be stored in the Ethereum blockchain, for example. There are multiple different blockchain out there. I'm just giving Ethereum blockchain as an example. So once it's stored in the blockchain, then anybody can use various tools like Etherscan or whatever tools you have to view the data, but nobody can identify you are the purchaser. They can able to tell, okay, somebody with this public address, it's they purchased this token and they paid this much amount of money for the token. That's all they can able to identify. So the marketing agencies needs to understand these decentralized data that is there. Anybody can see and manage, and then collect those data and use the Web2 data to identify who the user is. And again, you need to get the permission from the user so that they can appreciate and understand what exactly you are going to do with the data. So all those things are new in the Web3 world, and the marketing agencies needs to understand and appreciate so that they can help their marketing agencies to grow their customer base. So the main key shifts in the Web3 marketing world is the decentralized data. So the data is not stored in a single location or single entity like entity here. companies like Facebook or Meta or YouTube, any single company, they cannot own have your data. Those data are all distributed in multiple different computers, and it's all open. Anybody can go and view the data. So there is a transparency that exists within Web3 world, which is not possible in the Web2 world. So the more and more users are started liking this approach because nobody wants to use their data without their knowledge. Even though there are rules and regulations are there in the web 2, there are companies still collecting data anonymously and using it. But in web 3 world, that's not possible. If you really want to grow a community around the product or service you are marketing, then you need to get the consent from the users, and then you need to use those data according to the uh, plan that you mentioned in the beginning when you start collecting the data. Without that, there is no way the users are going to willingly give the data for you to use it. So that's the main difference in the web3, and the marketing agencies needs to understand this principle in the web3 world to thrive and grow their community around their marketing product and services. So there is no third party involved. Say, for example, in the Web2 world, based on the anonymous cookies, the companies can collect information, so user browsing data, and then they can identify where exactly which website they visited and how long they stayed, and all those things are all possible in the Web2 world. But in the Web3, that's not possible because by default, all the data is available for everybody to view in the blockchain, but you cannot identify those users. So you need to get the user's consent and understand and connect those two data to create business value for your marketing agencies. So as we have been talking about the customer data and privacy, so that is the main thing. So once you get the consent from the user, then you can upfront you need to tell what exactly you are going to collect from them. Say, for example, if you want to collect their username, user ID, password, that is fine, but password by default they have to give. And then if you want to collect their geographical location, then you need to ask their permission, and then you need to upfront tell them what exactly you are going to do with the data. You can collect the country, you can collect the state, you can collect the city name, all those data, but you need to tell the user what exactly you are going to do with the data, so that some users may give permission, okay, you can collect the country, but not the city. So those type of fine controlled data collection is possible in the Web3 world. And for that, there are various tools and technologies are available for user to use a decentralized identity. So once they collect one decentralized identity, using that, they can go to any platform, any decentralized Web3 application and use the same credentials to log in and start using that system, which is not possible in the Web2 world. Even though there are single sign-on possibilities are there, you can use your Gmail user ID and password to log in, but still there is no one user ID and password. If you have to log into the Meta Facebook, you need to create a new user ID. If you want to use X, then you need to create a new user ID and password. But in the Web3 world, once the customer have the one decentralized identity, they can use to log into multiple different decentralized application using the same user ID and password. So what exactly it provides for the customers? So with one user ID and password, if they can able to use one system, and they based on that user ID and password, that system will collect all the informations and everything. And if they decide to move to a different system, then they can take their informations and move to the different decentralized application and start using it. So marketing agencies needs to understand this critical change that happened in the web3, so that they can able to use this data to collect business informations from the users and use it for their customers during their marketing campaigns. So this basically creates a trust with the users because you are upfront telling what data you are collecting and how you are going to use the data. So the customers will trust your marketing agency and they will bring their own customers. They will start doing marketing for your services or for your products, and they'll get their friends and family. And like that, you can grow your community in the Web3 world. So this also helps you to create loyalty programs for your services. You can offer tokenization. Basically, I have in my previous videos, I have specified what exactly token and how exactly you can create token. And also I am planning to do future videos to talk about how marketing agencies can create tokens for their services or for their content, and encourage user to use those tokens for their advantage, to read the content or use the tokens to create a loyalty programs to attract more and more customers coming into the platforms. And also there is a community driven decentralized organizations that's also possible in the Web3 world. This again, DAO or decentralized organizations, I have mentioned, I have explained in my previous videos. I will also provide the links in this video so that if you have any questions or concerns, you can view those videos and understand. So all those things are possible in the Web3 world, creating the loyalty programs, creating the tokens, and using the tokens to attract more customers. Those are all marketing agencies needs to understand and start using it to attract their customers. And advertising in the Web3. In the Web2 world, advertising is that if you are advertising on using online advertising, you use a Google platform or whatever platform you have, you bid based on the keywords, and then you start advertising. But in the Web3 world, that's not the case. So there are a lot of decentralized applications are available. So first you need to understand what the users are interested in it. For that, you need to collect the blockchain data from Web3. And then in the Web2, you need to collect their interest based on your previous data that you already collected, or you need to get the consent from the user that you are collecting all this information. And then you need to connect Web2 data and Web3 data to understand the user's interest so that you can use that interest to attract customers and start advertising in various Web3 advertising platforms. Uh, for that, you need to have a Web2 and Web3 analytical platform to collect the data so that you can able to connect those two data, both Web2 data and Web3 data, to understand and start advertising for your customers' interest. So all those things makes you makes it possible in the Web3 world, which is not possible in the Web2 world. In the Web2 world, it's all one company that is doing all the marketing work for you, and you have to go bid and you have to start advertising. But in Web3 world, this is different. So you need to get the user's permission and also collect the data both from the Web3 and the Web2, and then unify those data to create your marketing campaigns. And then the e-commerce and payments. Say if you are creating a service, instead of accepting only the credit cards, you should start thinking about accepting tokens, cryptocurrencies and tokens. For example, Bitcoin is very expensive, but there are a lot of companies, they are using Ethereum blockchain, ETH, to accept as a payment for customers. So once you have that, then you are using the Web3 technology for your credit card payments. Instead of using credit card, you are using Web3 technologies, credit payments using the crypto tokens that you are selling it. So by doing it, you are within the Web3 world. You are creating a community around the tokens that you have. Again, how to create the tokens and what exactly tokens I have mentioned in my previous videos. If you have any questions, you can go and visit those videos to understand more about tokens, how to create tokens, and then what exactly the tokens can be used to attract the customers. So this also helps you to identify, integrate the digital world with the physical world. Say, for example, as a marketing agency, if you are promoting a big music event that is coming to your city, in that case, you can say that people, those who have purchased the token, then they will get the front row seat. Or people, those who purchased two tokens, then they can have a middle row seat or a front row seat, whatever the marketing plan you are working with. And like that, you can get the customer's interest and making them to purchase. And then once they purchase the token, it's not like a ticket that they just throw it off in the Web2 world. But in the Web3 world, you can say that using the same token, they can go to a different concert and attract people getting more and more tokens. And then you can incentivize people, those who already have two tokens, then they'll get the third token as free. And then they go to the third concert free, even though they get a back seat, but that concert is completely free for them. And then using the token, you can also promote your content, promote your future events. Those who have all the token holders, they will get an email message about the future plans, what new concerts are coming into the city, so that you can attract customers. And also you can say that whoever has 5 tokens, they can bring in their one family member to the concert. Like that, you can make your marketing promotion to attract more customers and grow a community around the tokens that you created. So the challenges of a Web3 adoption, the technical challenges are the number one in the Web3. Still, the user interface is maturing, and there are a lot of difficulties still there. But the technology is maturing. Then more and more companies are coming up with a user interface where people can able to start interacting with the decentralized application. But still the technology needs to mature. So from the marketing agency point of view, you need to understand those, and you need to educate your not only the users and also your customers to see what exactly they can use in the Web3 world. And then another important aspect of Web3 is the regulatory uncertainty. There are a lot of things are changing, and within the US, the new government is forming next year, and there is going to be a lot more changes are going to come. So you need to understand those, and you need to make sure that those are all applicable to whatever services you are providing, that you are not violating those rules and regulations. And the another important aspect is volatility in the cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency is trading 24/7. It is not like a stock market where it works only Monday through Friday, and then not that to morning 8 to evening 4. It's a 24/7 operation. So every time the cryptocurrency value goes up, goes down. So you need to understand those, and you need to make sure that the transaction cost, your customers can able to pay the transaction cost for you, whatever the tokens you have. Again, I have specified those in my other videos. You can watch those videos to understand how to completely eliminate the transaction cost for your tokens. So the practical steps for marketers, education is the number one thing. So understand the blockchain fundamentals, and then understand there are multiple different blockchains are available. Need to understand which blockchain you are choosing as a platform for your marketing agency. And also you may choose one blockchain platform for your marketing agency, but your customers may have a different blockchain platform for their services. So you need to have people understand multiple different blockchains, and then you need to understand that a tokenization process, transaction cost, and then you need to partner with the Web3 creators to attract them to promote your services. All those things needs to happen from the marketing agency's point of view, so that you can be successful in continue to grow your marketing agency in the Web3 world. So the main point the blockchain brings is the trust. All the data that is there in the blockchain are immutable, meaning nobody can change it. Once somebody purchases a token, then their information is available in the blockchain. Then nobody can change it. So it's all available there. So if that person sells the token, transfers the token, or sells the token to different person, then that transaction will also be recorded. So if you go to the blockchain, you can able to see the complete history of a token, single token that is created and then that was sold to 10 different people. You can identify who are all the 10 different people. Again, you can't identify the physical person, the 10 persons, but you can able to identify how many different transaction happens and which what are all the transaction date and how much each person paid for the transaction. All those things are possible. So this is the treasure trove of data that is available for everybody to use it. But again, all those data will be available in the blockchain. You need to have the tools and technology to get the data and then connect with the Web2 data to understand and grow your user base. Just by looking at the data, you can able to understand which token is more uh, promising or more users are purchasing. But if you really want to identify who owns that particular token, then you need to get the user's consent and get the Web2 data to connect those two data, Web2 and Web3 data, to create a 360-degree view of the customer base. So, and also the blockchains, as I explained, it removes the intermediaries that is there in the Web2 world. So you deal with the customers directly, and the customers trust you because upfront you are telling what exactly you are going to do with the data, and then you cannot change it. Say if you say that you are going to use in one way, those are all codified in the blockchain smart contract. You cannot change those things. So the customer trust you, and the transparency starts from the day they became your customer, and that continues until you offer the services for them. So a lot of brands are all started linking their brands to the in the Web3 world with the tokens and trying to attract customers. The future of marketing in Web3. So the decentralized ecosystems are redefining how customers are engaging with the system, how marketing agencies are interacting with the system, how they are interacting with the other Web3 entities. All those things are changing, and there are new tools and technologies are coming. And from the marketing agency's point of view, you need to make sure you are understanding these decentralized technologies that is coming. And in the 2025, there is going to be more and more new technologies, and the new regulations with the new governments are going to pop up. And from the marketing agency's point of view, you understand those technologies, you understand that the regulations, so that you can able to fine tune your marketing campaign to attract customers and ultimately grow the community. Again, in the Web3 world, community is the central theme. So you need to make sure that you grow the community, you upfront you tell what you are doing, and also bring in the customers and create a community. So once you create a community, those members of the community start marketing and bring in their friends and family. Like that, you can grow the community. So that is the main advantage in the Web3 world, which is not possible in the Web2 world. So in conclusion, the Web3 is transforming how marketers engage with consumers. So both consumers, how consumers are engaging with the Web3 ecosystems, that is one thing. And also the Web3 is completely changing how marketing agencies are interacting with the customers, how they collect the data, what tools they use. All those things are changing. So from the 2025 onwards, it's going to grow even more vigorously than in the last 2 years. So from the marketing agency's point of view, you make sure that you understand these technologies, and then you grow with the technology and you grow the community for around your products and services that you are marketing. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. You can send us an email or you can post the comment in the YouTube channel and we will be happy to help you. And we do have a Web 2 and Web 3 analytic platform. We collect data from Web 2 and also we collect data from Web 3 and we integrate those and create a unified decentralized application platform for you to use and grow your community. If you have more questions or if you need more information, please visit our website analyticket.com, and if you can go to our platform dpa.analyticket.com and start using our product right away. Thank you. Bye.